you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Madison Hill, and yes, for today's video, it is time for another Pop Off with Madison. Now, before I get into today's Pop Off topic, I wanted to address, yes, I am back in my other home. I am back in Los Angeles. Now, it officially feels like 2021 has started. I had the best holiday season with my family. This is the first year that I've been able to stay home for an extended period of time since pretty much, I guess, college when you got a month-long break. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you're new to my channel, I am extremely close with my family. So the fact that I was able to be back home in Kansas City for such a long period of time for Thanksgiving and Christmas has just seriously been the best thing ever. My heart is so full. And if you just subscribe to my channel during the holiday season, this is typically what my Pop Off set looks like inside my apartment. So I'm very happy to be back. Also, I wanted to address my lashes because I know some people are gonna comment and say that they're a little extra, a little crazy. I no longer have my eyelash extensions, which if you know me, you know that my eyelash extensions are truly my pride and joy. I need to get them redone. These are the only false lashes I had on hand. All right, so now that we have that rundown out of the way, let's get into today's Pop Off topic because we are talking about Miss Hailey Bieber and this recent interview she did with the Evening Standard magazine where she opened up about trolls and online bullying and how actually all of the trolling and online bullying led her to seek professional help. She also talked a little bit about her marriage, how she's dealing with these online trolls and bullies. And you guys already know I have some thoughts. So let's not waste any more time. I know I already wasted a little time. I'm sorry about that. And get started and unwrap those facts. All right, so as I stated earlier, an interview dropped today with Hailey Bieber for Evening Standard magazine. During this interview, Hailey opened up about the online bullying and all of the trolling that she's experienced since marrying Justin Bieber. The first thing she said was, quote, "I think it's a matter of not feeding into them. A lot of what social media is people projecting their own insecurities onto you. And people just lie. They make up all these crazy weird lies that can be really disturbing for your own mental health." Now, while that's a lot to unpack right there because we know sometimes Hailey does feed into the online trolls and bullies, what's interesting is that the interviewer made mention that this interview, well, yes, it did just come out today, it actually took place about a month ago, right around the time when, if you guys remember, that fan went onto her own Instagram and was calling on all Selena and Jelena fans to go on Hailey's Instagram Live and bombard her with comments about Selena and Jelena.
This is the time where they will not be turning off comments. So we need to fucking bombard that shit with Jelena and how Selena is better.
I mentioned this in one of my pop-offs about the topic, but I want to mention it again, that the fan did later come out and clarify her side of the story after Justin posted her face on his Instagram story and him and Hailey both defended themselves against this person. She later came out on her own social media and clarified that, well, yes, Justin pulled the clip where she was talking about bombarding Hailey's Instagram Live with Selena and Jelena comments. What she actually was trying to accomplish was to have Hailey answer for her past racist comments. She said that Justin didn't include the whole video on his Instagram stories and that he only used that small portion. That's her side of the story. And if you guys want more details about what went down with this fan, Justin and Hailey, I have a full pop-off on it. So definitely go check that out. I just wanted to bring that up because the interviewer mentioned this in the article that happened right around the time she interviewed Hailey. So I felt like it was important to bring that to your guys' attention again. So online trolling and bullying was clearly very fresh on Hailey's mind. Now, Hailey claims it's bullying, like what happened with that one fan, that led her to seek professional help to deal with all these online trolls. Hailey said, quote, "I've had to work a lot of this through with a therapist because it had got to a point where the bullies, gotten way too crazy for me and I was really anxious all the time. The thing that bothers me the most is that a lot of people online really want me to be a not nice person. They expect me to be mean and they call me a." Hailey went on to say that these people online, these trolls, they don't know her, and that she's just still trying to grow as a person. Hailey said that she wished people were more open to letting people grow and make mistakes, but instead, we live in this cancel culture. Hailey said it's, quote, "a very toxic mentality." I rarely agree with Hailey Bieber, but I do agree with her thoughts on cancel culture. Okay, sorry, I know I'm getting ahead of myself. As far as how Hailey says she's dealing with trolls outside of therapy, she said, quote, "I've had to let go of the idea that I owe anybody. I've gotten to the point where I just can't set all the records straight because there's so much out there that's not true. There's something new every single day, so I've just learned to ignore it. You have to build up a wall between you and this false reality that is social media and live with what's in front of you, which is work and your friends and your family. Now, before I pop off, I did quickly want to fill you guys in on what she had to say about her marriage because you know she had to bring it up. And Hailey talked about how faith is very important in her and Justin's relationship, which is no surprise. Hailey actually said faith is, quote, everything for our relationship and for the way we live our lives. I think it's really important to be connected to something bigger than ourselves. All right, I have some thoughts on Miss Hailey Bieber and these comments about online bullies and trolls, so let's not waste any more time and pop off. Okay, before I get this pop-off started, I want to say, I do not condone online bullying and trolling. I personally think that today's internet and social media have given people the opportunity to verbally assault others, all while remaining anonymous behind a computer screen. I have been on the receiving end of online bullying and trolling. I've had people come for me, my character. I've had people come for my family, my safety. It's an absolutely terrible, terrible feeling, and it is completely awful, and I do not stand for it at all. So before any of you Hailey Hailers, any of you Hailey Bieber fans or Justin Bieber fans come for me down there in the comments and say, what you're doing is online bullying, you're talking about Justin and Hailey. Commenting on what celebrities say and do and giving your opinion is not online bullying just because you disagree with the person's opinion. Having said that and making it clear that I do not stand for that, I do want to say that Hailey knew what she was getting into when she married Justin Bieber. She dated him in between his Selena Gomez relationships a couple times before they actually tied the knot and got serious, and she was on the receiving end of online bullying then. So she absolutely 1000% knew what she was getting into when she said I do to Justin Bieber. Just like anyone, myself included, who decides to put themselves on the internet, who decides to put themselves in front of the public, we are opening ourselves up to be online bullied and trolled. So I guess that's why I get a tad annoyed when Hailey constantly brings up online trolls and bullies during interviews, especially because we know what online trolls and bullies she's talking about. She's talking about those who compare her to Selena Gomez and those who still ship Jelena. Now for this interview, I know online bullying and trolling was a fresh topic on Hailey's mind because of what had just happened with this fan, but this interview is not the first time that she's talked about online trolls and bullies, aka Selena and Jelena fans, and I guarantee you it will not be the last. In addition, I also want to mention that I do think it's sad that the trolling got so bad for Hailey that she had to seek professional help, but I also commend her for knowing that she needed professional help. I think it takes a very strong person to recognize that they need therapy, to recognize that they need help keeping their mental health in check. So I will say, although I might disagree sometimes with what Hailey has to say in regards to online trolls and bullies, I will never, ever, ever talk shit on her for going to therapy to get help on how to deal with this, because I think prioritizing your mental health is so incredibly important, and if Hailey feels like that's what she needed to do, again, I commend her for it. Having said that, however, I do feel like Hailey tends to have this oh woe is me attitude, like when she said that, you know, she's really a nice person and everyone wants her to be mean, or I know these people are just having a terrible life and they're projecting that on me. I'm sure that's true, and I'm sure that Hailey really is a nice person, and again, I do feel bad that she's on the receiving end of such horrible online trolling and bullying, but it's a tad confusing when 1 minute you're doing an interview about the extreme negative effects of online trolling, and the next, you and your husband are taking a snippet of this girl's Instagram story, posting it on your own, putting her on blast, making these defensive statements, and then in turn causing this girl to be online bullied and trolled. And that's not the first time Hailey has done something to give in to these people. She's also blocked Selena Gomez Instagram accounts. She's responded and reacted to trolls several times with lengthy Instagram stories. She's liked and unliked pictures. The list goes on and on. So I feel like that's probably one of my other things that annoys me a little bit, is that she does do these interviews and she brings attention to an issue that is very important, online bullying and trolling. And like I said, I feel bad that she's been on the receiving end of it, but it's a little contradictory when 1 minute you're doing these interviews and then the next your actions are saying something a little different, which maybe that's what she's working through in therapy right now. Maybe that's what she's trying to work on when she says, you know, I've got to let it go. I can't respond to everything. I hope that she really starts living that way. But again, that's just my own personal opinion. Honestly, I would love to see Hailey not give a flying F about any Selena and Jelena trolls. You know how the saying is, kill them with kindness? Like, I feel like Hailey just needs to kill everybody with just how freaking happy she is with Justin Bieber and how all these opinions of people who think he's better off with Selena Gomez. Now we know Selena Gomez didn't want him. That's neither here nor there. They literally don't matter to her. That's the kind of energy I want to see Hailey have. And it sounds like that's what she's working on. So I hope she can get there. All right, now that you know my thoughts on Hailey Bieber's recent interview with the Evening Standard magazine and what she had to say about online bullying and trolls, I want to hear your thoughts and feels down below. So please let them out. While you're at it, please give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget that notification bell. You guys can also follow me over on my Instagram. I am back to being on my game about mini pop-offs Monday through Friday. You guys can also check out my merch store at houseofhill.com. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.